All right, in this lesson, we're going to discuss creating an assignment in Schoology. So we're here in the resource folder. Now, to begin with, I should let you know that I went ahead and created a tech training collection. If you don't know how to do that, please check out my previous video, which was about resources and it said collections. Okay, so make sure you go back there and check that out. But I created that just for organization. So let's go ahead and click on the tech training. And if you don't have this set up already, that's fine. You can do this in your home folder. But what we're going to do is go over to add resources and then choose add assignment. Okay, so let's go ahead and choose that now. All right, now that the add assignment screen has popped up, you'll notice it says template up top. We're going to go ahead and start setting up our assignment. First thing you should know is this is pretty standard for most things you're going to do in Schoology. It's always going to ask you for a name, a description, which is basically the body of your assignment. You can attach items to it and do other things. It's going to ask you for a point value for your assignment. It's going to give you a chance to assign a rubric or create one if you want. This is not necessary. We can leave that blank if we so choose. You can also assign learning objectives. Now, I did cover learning objectives in the previous course, Resources Apps, and I told you that you could use learning objectives to test whether a student has mastered a specific state standard or not. So let's go ahead and set this up real quick. First, we need to give our assignment a name. All right. Keep this simple, whatever you want. Now, you're used to naming assignments in Progress Book or other applications. This is just whatever name you want to do. Chapter 1 handout, Chapter 1 questions. Next, we go down to the description category here. This box is called a WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. If you don't understand what a WYSIWYG is, go back and check out the course updates. Okay, I cover the WYSIWYG and all the options. We're going to cover a little bit here, but not as in depth as I did before. So if you need more assistance, go ahead and go back and check that out. So in the description, this is the body of your assignment. Okay, this is what the kids are going to see when they log in. So I'm going to show you a few things you can do in here. So let's go ahead and type something. Alright, so I said please read the assigned text, watch the video below, and answer the attached questions. So now that I've told the students what to do, I want to go ahead and start formatting my text and putting the information in that I've requested. The assigned text, the video, and the questions. So first thing we can do is we can use our WYSIWYG to actually stylize this text. So we can say this is bold and underlined. Obviously you have italic. You have bullet list, numbered list. This will change the color of your font. So maybe I want to emphasize the word read here. Please read the assigned text. We can emphasize other words as well. This box next to the colored text will allow us to highlight text. Now it says select background color, but I really want you to think about this more as a highlight. So for instance, if I click here, I click on it and I choose a color, for instance yellow, you'll notice the text is now highlighted. If I want to remove the highlight, there is no real remove option. You can click on the letter again, or if you don't want to do that, go over here and just choose the color white. Okay, that's the two ways to actually get rid of the highlight. Your next one over is your formatting options, strike through, superscript, subscript, and clear formatting, which will actually undo formatting that you have set up. For instance, like that. You have an indent, outdent, alignment tabs, and you can insert a link. Notice there's actually 3 places to insert a link. They've made this really simple for you. You've got this link here. Notice you have the same icon down here. And then the next box over under insert content, you'll notice there's also a link here. All 3 do the exact same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. Please read the assigned text. So let's create a link. I click on that and it asks me what my link is. So let's go grab one. I'm just going to open a new tab. We'll go to Wikipedia, always reliable, and let's look up comic books. All right. There we go. I actually have a link now. And I'm just going to give the link a title. This is what the kids will see. All right, so now I've created a link in my assignment. This allows a student to click directly on this text and be taken to the Wikipedia page. All right, next we have the insert content. Now there's a few options in here. Let's talk about the bottom 3 first, and then we'll jump up and do the top ones. Symbol. This allows you to insert special characters inside of your assignment. Now you might need to use a copyright or trademark logo or something like that, but I haven't really found a lot of uses for this, but you might. There are some math symbols in here that you might find useful. Next is equation. Again, this is for math and science. You can go in here and actually set up equations with your students inside of an assignment. And finally, you have LaTeX. LaTeX is actually a version of HTML code for text formatting. If you don't know what it is, you can actually click here where it says LaTeX. You'll be taken to a Wikipedia page that actually explains what it is and gives you an example of what it looks like. You can see that over here. Now again, if you look over on the left, this is the kind of input they're doing, and I'm not going to go in and explain all of this to you. If you're interested in it, you can come here and read about it, but my goal is just to show you what it is. I have a feeling that most of you won't use it, so I'm not going to focus on it, but just so you know, it is here if you do want to use it. I'm going to hit cancel here. Now let's get back to the top 2 items. Image and media. First thing I want to do is I want to make sure I'm on a new line here. Actually, let's clean this up a little bit. I'll pull that down. And maybe we'll actually add some text here that says assigned text. We'll bold this and underline it. And now we'll do video. Again, this is just to be neat. It has nothing to do with anything. I just want it to be nice and organized. Now I'm going to go to insert content, and I have this image media link. If I click on this, you'll notice by default it says insert media. I can attach a file. This could be an image or a video file that you want. Now there is a size limit to it of 100 megs, and a lot of times your video files might exceed that. So just be aware that if it doesn't upload, it might be because your video is too large. So I can click on that button, browse my computer, and find a picture or a video and upload it. And you'll notice that once it finishes uploading, it's inserted into my document. Now I actually don't want this, so I'm going to click on it. Click the X button there to delete it. You can also hit the delete button on your keyboard. Let's go back and look at that one more time. Image and media. If I don't want to upload something from my computer, I can actually grab it from the web. But I have to tell, once I choose from the web, I have to tell Schoology what I'm grabbing. Is it an image file or is it a media file? I can choose image and go to Google Images and actually upload the link from our browser like we did before. Or I can click media and grab a video file. Now I can do this from YouTube, I can do this from anywhere. And that's just as simple as going to youtube.com, click on a file, We'll copy the link here. You can go to edit copy if you want. Let's close this tab and we'll paste that link right in here. Now when I click insert media, you're going to see something different than I've shown you in previous videos. You're going to get this yellow box. That means the video is actually embedded inside the assignment. So when the students open this assignment, they're actually going to see the video. They're not going to be taken to a YouTube page. They're not going to leave Schoology and go to YouTube. It's actually going to be in the assignment. So they're not going to see all the comment box, the suggestions for other videos. This is just the video itself, which is kind of nice to have. Okay, so let's clean this up. Let's leave the video there. Next, we're going to go up here and we're going to look at these options over here. Now, the reason I'm skipping over link is because we just discussed link previously. Here, here, and here. All does the same thing. It's a web link. These options over here are similar to the options in the apps. As a matter of fact, they're direct copies of them. These options allow you to access your apps from within inside your Create assignment. Okay. For this, I'm going to use the Google Drive resource app. So I'll click on that. And what I want to do is I want to pull a file over from Google Drive into Schoology for the students to look at. So once you have this set up in the apps, and if you haven't done that, please go check out that video. Once you have it set up in apps, the only thing you need to do to import a file is go over here, find the file that you want to import, click on it, go up to import and import embedded. Now, you have a couple options here. Let me explain these options real quick, especially the first and the last, because those are the ones you're going to use the most often. Import link will actually just do like a web link. So when the students click on your file, it's going to take them out of Schoology to Google Drive so they can actually edit a copy of this file. Okay? That's nice because they can edit an actual copy. The problem is it takes them out of Schoology to do it. Import embedded actually takes a copy of this file and puts it inside of your assignment. What's nice about that is they can see it without leaving Schoology. The problem is they cannot edit it. So there's two differences. There's actually another way to do this. I'm going to show you in your next video that actually works so the students can edit the file and see the file in Schoology without leaving Schoology. Okay, but for now, know the difference. Import link allows them to click on the file and it will open it in Google Drive. Import embedded will allow them to see the file directly inside of Schoology. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. And you should notice that that file is now embedded right here. Now notice I still get the yellow boxes. That's a preview box. I won't see what it looks like until after I finish and submit the assignment. Okay? All right, so that covers the insert content. The other files works very similar to the way the apps work. Again, go check out the previous video if you're interested in that. All right, the last few options I need to show you is table. This allows you to insert a table in your document. Very similar to Excel. I can actually drag this out and I can actually enter content into each of these tables, whether it be a link or anything I want. I actually get some options up here that I can edit the table if I want to. Merge cells, split cells, etc. Okay, I'm going to remove that by hitting delete twice. Spell check actually works fairly well. If you turn it on before you start typing and you mistype a word, it will pop up and allow you to correct that word. Paragraph is HTML formatting. These are standard headings and paragraph formats inside of any HTML program. If I highlight a word, I can actually click on this, and as you see, heading, it will format my text similar to what that is. Okay. Now I will tell you that's probably not going to be used a whole lot by you. Most people want to actually do the next step, which is just adjust the font size themselves. Okay. All right. The last little option here on the top row is switch to HTML. If I click this button, I will see the web coding for this document I just created. The nice part is This allows you to do more stuff than you have available to you on the toolbar. The downside is you actually have to know HTML to use it. So therefore, if you don't know HTML, just avoid it. You can click on those buttons again, though it's harder to see them with the scroll bar in the way, to return to your normal view of the screen. At the bottom, you have your normal insert file, insert link, resources from your resource folder, or audio and video recording. This third option is an external tool. For now, I wouldn't worry about that. Those are tools created by your IT administrator. But just so you know, that is there, and if you need help with that, let us know and we'll tell you and explain what that is. Okay, our assignment is created. Let's clean this up. I actually don't want that in my assignment. Let's give it a point value. This assignment's worth 20 points. We're not going to create a rubric, but if you wanted to, I will show you how to create a rubric later. And we can align learning objectives. So I can click here. If I wanted to, I could come down to State Standards of Ohio, and I could choose what this is. It's academic standard. In this case, we're going to do a science grade 7, and we can drill down into the standards and add those to our class. Now again, this allows you to tell if someone's actually mastered a standard or not. So we see the standards listed down here. You don't have to type anything out. We'll go ahead and remove that. All right, once we're done, we can go ahead and hit submit. Now before I do that, I should point out there is this options button here. You don't really need to use it. This is if you're going to create your assignment and share it to anyone on Schoology outside of the school. So if you click here, you'll see that there's resource notes. There's resource notes that you can share with people, grade levels that you're creating this assignment for, what type of resource it is, and you can go in here and create subjects if you would like as well. Okay, so you don't need to do that. I'm just going to hit submit, and notice my assignment has now been created. If I click on this assignment, you'll see that I actually see the text as formatted. I see my web link. I can click on it. You notice it will open in a new page. I can see the video, and I can click and play that video right away. And I have the sound turned off on here. That's why you can't hear it. And I can see my Excel sheet that I have imported in the document. Now notice I can't do anything with this Excel sheet because I did an embedded one. All right, so in our next video, I'm going to show you how to create an assignment, but make this so students can edit it inside of Schoology. All right, so if you want to know how to do that, check it out in the next video. We're going to cover Google Drive a little bit more in depth in that video. Thanks for watching.